what is going on, buddy?
Oh!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Spirit of Justice. When we left off, we have we finished investigating the Flying Chapel, but we also got to meet Mr. Soren Sprocket. I believe Sprocket is the last name for the family. Yep. And I realized afterwards that, because, you know, Ace Attorney's got pun names, and I think Soren, because like Soren in the sky.
Yeah.
Flying.
I caught that immediately.
I did not, but I'm here to the party late. But
I also caught that because that's a pony name, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Of course. But now we are invited to the...
he is a Pegasus, so...
True.
That's the first thing I thought of.
We got invited to the mansion, so let's go ahead and hang out around here.
And ironically, he also has blue hair, just like this Soren does. It's just a humanized Soren.
Oh, man.
Wow, this place does not disappoint. Oh, I'm excited. So excited, in fact. She just runs off.
Well, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere.
Yes, it is.
Now then, we won't have to worry about anyone untoward eavesdropping here.
Fancy.
I think you want to ask me some questions. Huh? That's why you invited us here? I'm sorry to have tricked you like this. This is a murder, after all. I couldn't talk openly about it in public and risk selling the Sprocket family's reputation.
Oh, and I was really looking forward to all these fancy snacks, too.
There, Maya. Don't cry. Huh. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man.
Hey, Nick! Look at that cute vintage radio!
Radio? Oh, that thing over there under the stuffed bull's head.
I'm gonna take a closer look.
Don't break it.
By knocking it over.
I thought I told you to settle down.
I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to call you breaking it. Damn it. Not to worry. Go off. Okay. Wow, that little mech fixed it right up.
This is so steampunk and I love it.
I'm not only a butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviation's repair department director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty.
That was incredible! Where is that little doohickey on your shoulder anyway?
It's my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Sword made it for me. It has too many features and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though.
That's so cool! I wish I had one of those!
Fixing things is a simple matter, but fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead.
Damn, that was deep.
But forgive me. I seem to have gotten sidetracked. You must be in shock over Mr. Gloomsbury's death. So I don't need to ask him some questions. I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and see what I can find out while I'm here, too.
I bet he killed him.
I don't want to call anything yet, but let's look at the little...
Listen, it's always a witness.
I mean, it is always witness. We could have more witnesses, though. You never know.
True.
This is the first witness we've come across.
Nick!
So.
Nick!
What?
Nick! Look at that airplane propeller up there going round and round.
I see they've got an aviation theme going on. Makes sense for an airline family.
Touch it.
Please don't. I wonder if it doubles as a fan.
We can find out. Oh, what if the rest of the plane were on the other side of that wall? And the wall would open up so the plane could take off in an emergency. How cool would that be?
If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull wall across the way?
A flying bull.
Oh, I know. Maybe it's the rest of them. That must be where the Sprockets get their milk.
Nick, first of all, that's a beef cow. And second, bulls don't make milk.
Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along. Anything else, right? Is that a photo that's going to be important? Ah ha ha! I had a feeling with its colorization to be important.
He says play along, but Maya was being like dead serious.
Yeah.
Hey Nick, now here's a real lady.
Hello.
Oh hi, she's pretty.
She looks smart as a whip, doesn't she?
Wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship.
That's the killer.
Man.
That is Selena Sprocket. I assume that's the guy that's sitting with the camera. Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable, she was a great lady.
Was?
Soren's sister? Huh. I think I see the resemblance. Maybe show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her.
She's dead.
She's dead as nails, man. Alright, oh, I can't even talk to him. Never mind. He's just there cleaning a camera. Well, what about the stuff on your table? I'm gonna go take it. Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusted camera here.
Do you mind if we have a look at that photo?
Yes, I do. Well, actually, be my guest. Take as long a look as you like, and then hire me for your wedding. Come on. Give me money.
Whoa.
Ain't it pretty? Well, what do you think of this gorgeous dreamscape? A thick fog billows across the room, making it look as if the couple were walking on clouds.
Wow, look how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though.
She does, doesn't she?
Hey, look, there's Pierce.
Really? Where?
Right there, behind the sweetheart table.
Oh, yeah, just standing there creepily. Hey, you're right. But he was there attending the happy couple the whole dinner.
So, what do you think, Nick? Does anything in this photo stick out to you?
No, not at the moment, anyway. I mean, I think with that, he's standing right next to the bowl that technically went missing and then had the body in it, so... Da-da-da-da. Think of how you that what you will.
Hey, Nick, if Ellen really did travel back in time...
Well, she didn't.
Do you think this photo is of the second reception? You know, after the time jump?
I mean, it would have to be the only reception that happened in this timeline because that's how time works, but... I wonder. Excuse me, sir? Yes, can I help you? Ellen told us she traveled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that? No. I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about.
Huh.
I'm about faster than a clam.
Interesting.
That was...
Which means he does know something.
I need to talk to these other people, too.
Yeah.
Excuse me, there's a card here on the floor. Well, look at that. It's a Flying Chapel key card. The Flying Chapel? Where is on the Flying Chapel card a key card, if I may ask? Most areas we want to keep the public out of, such as the staff rooms and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a key card. That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. Wait, what's Ellen's key card doing here?
Huh.
Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so. She was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Was that man
Oh, God.
wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake mustache.
Oh, my God.
Where are you? I got this, Nick.
No.
I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here?
Oh, God.
Watch Larry have fucking done it. If only we could get so lucky.
Wow.
Anyways, let's look at the flowers. Pretty flowers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the bridal bouquet.
Hey, Nick, how about I throw it? And you try to catch it.
Why me?
Just because. But you look hilarious flying around trying to grab it.
But doesn't tradition dictate that it's the ladies who go after the bouquet?
Who cares? Just catch it. Here.
Ow, my eye! Hey, you threw that right in my face.
Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet. Trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of flowers that doesn't last.
But I already caught it.
Whoops. Too late now, honey.
All right. There's the clock that got, or not. It's a radio, not a clock that got
You
fixed.
better talk to Edgeworth about what I just did.
Don't you dare touch that radio again. It looks like an expensive antique.
What are you worried about? If it breaks again, Pierce will just fix it up again.
I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. And then the ball. A ball. Huh. Come to think of it, there was a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel too.
Red
kind
Bull.
of.
It's almost like a Red Bull. Look at it.
Yeah.
The president of the company must have a thing for cattle. The bull is a symbol of sprocket aviation. To be as strong and steady as a bull. That's the company creed, you know.
Probably for all the backbreaking labor they put their employees through.
By the way, that bull logo in the Flying Chapel, the one with the rainbow wings, his name is Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? I get it. He's a rainbow-colored bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick?
Yeah, for the lameness of the pun.
Excuse you.
Damn. Okay, well, I think it's everything because these people don't want to talk at all. And I touched the card. Nothing over here. Nope. Yep, that's the bouquet. Got nothing for shit. Bam. Okay. We are all good. So.
Oh, yeah, you're here.
Buddy.
Forgot.
The incident. I believe the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for. Do you think she did it? Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you could call it a gut feeling.
Okay.
I see. I guess we have different opinions then. Do we now? The prosecution says that when Bloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family.
The consensus.
Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard that the Sprocket family had tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying this case.
You just cleaned that.
Let me clean it again from the filth you just spoke. I feel I'm mistaken. All we sought was merely a legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now, as she is no longer a part of this family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet. So basically, once they realized they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose.
Wow.
I realize how callous I must sound. But my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future and Master Soren, whose genius is essential to the company. I'll do anything to achieve that goal. That's my job as the Sprocket family's boss. So you're gonna kill when he's about to get all lovey-dovey and give up on the business, and you'll be like, well, that's no good. Ha-pow!
Ow!
Sorry.
God, my ear, that was so loud. You almost peaked the microphone.
Oops.
You kind of did in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth would get along really well, don't you think?
Yeah, I could easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. Oh, and by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime.
Oh.
Oh boy. Well, no more. Let's talk about
Time
travel.
travel.
Does that sound great?
Teammate travel.
Did Ellen say anything to you about traveling through time?
Oh my god, really? You're gonna do it again?
This is gonna be a constant, huh? You must have been delirious. There's no need to take such a claim seriously. Soren himself said that time travel was possible, though. Oh, Soren himself said time travel was possible, though.
Yeah.
Master Soren said that?
I think you're gonna do it again.
Sounds like he is still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Ring, ring.
Banana phone?
Excuse me.
I...
Well, that's handy. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. You must not disappoint her, understand? You sure are busy. All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon. Could you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past?
Backstory.
There's something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me. This isn't something I should be sharing with the strangers. Now I really want to know what Soren's still hung up on. Tragic backstory time.
Oh boy.
I don't know who's dead in the family, but someone died and he wants to go back. And
I think it's the sister. Remember?
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's always a sister.
Discovering the crime,
or a
you
sibling.
say?
It's always either a sibling or a parent.
Yeah, it was sometime after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall. And that is when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with the bloody murder weapon on her hand.
In her hand. Oh god, yeah, that.
It was none other than Miss Ellen. But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like.
That's right, you just happened to find the body.
I do not know what Miss Ellen had told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. Ah! And that is what I told the police, who came in response to my call. Ah, I see. So, Pierce was the one who reported it to the police, huh?
Pretty sus.
Acting pretty sus, not gonna lie. By the way, is this the tragic backstory? Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister, Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. Nor will you unless you go to the graveyard downtown.
Oh my god.
Yes, about that.
The downtown graveyard.
He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? All right. Very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all. Soren's past? It's fucking time! Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's elder sister, was next in line.
So why isn't she becoming the next president?
Because she's fucking dead. Because she died. In a car accident.
That's always a car accident. And what?
I had no idea.
We're gonna channel her?
Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident.
No.
Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he has buried himself in his research on time machines. As became a quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then.
He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him.
Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all his time on inventions. As a family butler, I'm truly concerned. I believe it is high time he let go of the past. Hey Nick, what are you doing here?
Oh no.
Larry? Oh man, did you give me a heck of a hard time? Larry, what are you doing here? You should be in prison for a lot of things right now. I can roll my new character, Q Piglet.
Oh my god.
I was hoping Sprocket Aviation could do some kind of tie-in with me for it.
Wow, I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman.
He's an aggressive something.
You can learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them?
Oh, I've learned a thing or two from him, all right. Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you haven't noticed.
See, and this is why you'll never be rich.
Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Well, actually, if you marry Edgeworth, then you probably get an inheritance.
You were the one on the flying chapel yesterday, right? Huh? Was I? What were you doing there? Nothing. Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of.
So
but
much
never mind
sweat.
that. Did you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that. Let's start with, you weren't involved in this case, were you? Larry?
Oh my god. Oh no. Hey, he took off!
I just knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butt! Come on, Maya, after him.
Bart, Bart, Bart! She just runs.
Oh, you're leaving so soon? We, have to run. Thank you for making time for us. I know you'll have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I care about your family's feelings, alright. Yeah, fuck your family. Alright, where the hell would he run off to? Reception hall? That'd be a bold move.
Nope.
No. Okay. How about the mooring dock outside the reception hall? Outside of the whole thing?
Yep.
Okay, you ran over here. I was kind of figuring he would run to the detention center and be like, I found what you needed. It's mine. Come back to me, my love.
God.
There he is. Hey, Larry. Hey there, friend. Great to meet you here. There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you.
God.
So tell me, Larry, why did you run away like that? Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. A bunch of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run, is all. It was like a epiphany, if you dig.
Oh my god.
Right.
Cupiphany. He's just going to keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick? He's like, oh, he's not playing. He just is.
No, he ain't playing at all. Larry?
What'd you see?
Come on, Larry. I know you're on that airship, so what did you see? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I was never on that stupid ass ship.
Oh, yep. Never thought we'd do this. We've never done this, have we?
What against Larry?
Yeah. Or no, did we?
No, I'm pretty sure we did in the first game.
We did.
When he came in his whole picture thing.
That's right.
Psyche locks.
It's just been a very long time.
The spiritual power of this Magatom allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone is trying to hide something from me. They're called psyche locks, and when I see them, I simply touch the Magatama to try my hand at breaking them. If I can unlock them, I'm sure to finally get a straight answer out of him.
You always get a straight answer out of Larry.
It's the only thing he's good at. That's the wrong thing. I'm gonna save just in case. I didn't mean to kill you with that one. All right. So, come on, Larry. Let's see what you got. What Larry is hiding. There's no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you got it all wrong. I got nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you were involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Ellen Wyatt, that's definitely it. She's only 21. Jesus Christ, man. You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever. Isn't gonna cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, at least do a better job of it. Don't diss me, Nick. If you're so convinced I'm lying, then let me ask you this. What makes you think I was at that stupid old airship anyways? Let me see the proof. If you got any. Doubling down, are you? Fine. You want proof, Larry?
I used to play poker.
I know how to bluff. And I know how to call a bluff, even when it's from an idiot like you. Where's the fucking... Where's the
No.
Where's the
it's
card?
There. No, not the card. His wallet.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Uh-oh. This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. God. Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? All right, fine. You got me. I'll tell you everything.
There we go. Unlock successful.
Great. You nuisance. Okay.
How old is Larry again? He's around our age, isn't he?
He should be around...
Like 34?
He should be around Phoenix. Is it 34? Yep.
Yeah.
Boy. Way to go, man.
So what, 13 years older?
Yeah.
Christ.
Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway? Well, I went to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me. Huh. Then you took on real jobs like that too. Well, for your information, my wedding welcome signs are very popular on the net. And that's how you met Ellen? Uh-huh. I mean, I'd seen it in the photo for a welcome sign, but seeing it in person. The way she smiled at me and said thank you. Oh.
God.
I feel like I'd been hit by lightning. And that's when you fell in love with somebody else's bride, huh? So were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Smart move on their part, I'd say.
Yeah.
I got upset and started wandering around the airship. What? His little bubble thing there?
It's like a little ping pong ball. Like when you blow air into a thing and it just stays.
That must be when I dropped my business card wallet. So somebody else must have found it and brought it to the reception hall then. But you know what? I saw something incredible when I was on that flying chapel. Like? Get a load of this.
He did the thing.
Stop doing my thing.
That's a pterodactyl.
What the heck is this? What do you mean what this is? Isn't obvious? It's a drawing. I sketched a picture of one of the cabins in the airship. So what's so incredible about the cabin?
Why do I see a pterodactyl?
Look at what's outside the window.
It's a pterodactyl.
It's one of those flying dinosaurs, a real live pterodactyl.
Yeah. I
looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying around there. That airship traveled through time, I tell you. What?
What?
When I told that Piers Butler guy about it, he told me to never mention it to anybody ever again. But why would he try to keep you from spouting what was clearly just nonsense? Maybe he's fucking the issues to be developing the time machine. No way. It's just not possible.
Nick, this case is totally amazing! Larry! You didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you?
Of course not. And he would just roll his eyes and think I was off my rocket. I didn't even tell him I was wandering around the airship. I told him I met Ellie in the morning dock and then we ran together. Yeah, I guess Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head if he heard about this.
Yep.
Huh.
Oh boy.
Now then, obviously, with the way Larry's drawings always go...
I forgot how good Larry is at drawing,
He's actually good. but it's not always quite accurate. You know,
No.
the flying woman on the bridge. We gotta turn this painting upside down. What does it look like? But he definitely saw something outside. Maybe it was, I mean, if it's Sprocket Aviation, it could have been some kind of flying machine that was potentially used for what this case is about.
Oh boy.
So
I'm
Larry
swinging his sleeve.
So Larry also experienced a time slip somehow. But how is that possible? Hey Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind.
This is her wallet swiped back by Larry.
Oh yeah, this is for you. What is it? It's a picture of the hole I took when I was walking around the ship. See, there's something right there in the middle.
That kind of looks like a pterodactyl. The thing hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, it could be.
Like the propeller could be the head, you know, the beak, and then the thing on the back of its skull.
The hole? You see, it's right here in the diagram.
Hold. Please hold.
Hold it. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there? Well, using this prep area for the reception. I see, and around when did you take this? Before the reception. I took it while Ellen was getting everyone ready. So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if we have any help, but thanks for this anyway.
Photo of hold.
Okay. By the way, Larry, I heard that the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. So how'd you get in there? That's my secret, I can't tell you. And the hits just keep on coming.
God.
Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation.
Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met her yet, have you?
Nope.
Okay, let's head over to the detention center then, so you can say hi.
The birds.
I don't want to talk to you, but I am going to show off my badge just to see what you say. If not, then you're worthless to me anymore. What are you showing me your Danny's badge for? Wrong button. There we go. Wait, are you saying you want me to take up your badge and hit the courtroom?
No.
Absolutely not. With you as the defense, you're liable to bring the whole courthouse down. Literally. All I want is one chance to defend somebody in court. Objection! How was that? Pretty good, huh?
God.
Wait, let me borrow your badge now? He's all awesome and pointing, right? I'm starting to think I'm a natural. I'm not lending you my badge, and that's final. Besides, pointing it isn't all a lawyer does. Oh, please, who do you gotta lose? My reputation, for one. I never should have shown him my badge.
Oh, God.
Well.
Now we have the bad end.
Oh, no.
Where he steals our badge.
It's the last thing we want. All right. Ellen.
I gotta remember her voice.
Detention center. Visitor.
Room. Oh boy. What was her voice again?
It was like your, I guess the best way to say it is lighter
Just
voice.
a nice fancy little voice.
Yeah.
No, why? Oh, this is probably a butler person.
Yeah. Please understand this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone.
Yep, called it.
Ex-president cannot be married to a criminal who will disgrace Sprocket Aviation. Listen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us? If it is Mr. Wright. So, that marriage is definitely off. There's no other choice. We're gonna have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best.
This poor girl. No! Wow, that's fucked. In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? Then you wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right?
No. I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid that'll be impossible.
Why, because you did it? That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things.
I don't take cases on lightly, so rest assured I will prove her innocence. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse. Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond a shadow of a doubt. I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce.
I'm clean. I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. Just as clean and pure as his pure white dress.
All right. Fine, you have my word, but you will be one to regret this promise. Now, if you'll excuse me.
So ominous.
For real. Now I have all the more reason to win this case.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we finish our investigation, we'd like to talk with you about what we found. Pull yourself together. You did a fast one that time.
Yeah, she did. Okay, so what did you find out?
Well, we're going to talk about what we found out next time.
Ooh.
All right.
On to the depressing music.
Absolutely.